Looking good, Billy Ray!
Feeling good, Lewis.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Trading Places Minute. This, as you know, is the show where we discuss the film Trading Places 1 minute at a time. My name is Tom Taylor. Back in there in the background, you can hear my friend Mike DeMaria. Hello, Mike.
Happy day, happy day.
Happy day, happy day. And happy day to you, Dan Lewis.
Happy day. Happy second to last episode of the
Second
show
to last
here.
episode of the
Doing
Trading
it.
Places Minute. I'm freaking out a little bit.
Absolutely.
I don't need to. Everything's fine. You know, it's,
Congratulations,
yeah,
everybody.
we can all still be friends, right? I assume.
The
Guys.
award-winning. Can we get a Grammy or something? Was there?
They
what are
call
we
it
eligible
a
for?
potty. What is the podcast
I
award? Is it
think,
like a potty?
Potty.
Something like that, yeah. Potty,
know.
the potty mouth
It's
sons of
something
bitches.
like
I want to go potty.
I think like
Oh
the
my God.
Golden Globes or somebody is starting
The
like a
gold-
new
the Golden
podcast
Potty.
award, maybe.
This should be part of the Grammys at this point. Or
I would think
something.
so. We are recording and we are artists, so.
Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
difference? Yeah.
But hey, speaking of difference, this has
Yeah.
nothing to do with difference. But minute
Yep,
113, that's where we are now. This is the last movie minute of the movie. This is like, you know, everything's all wrapped up because it goes like this. It begins with Coleman telling Dimitri to bring lobster and cracked crab for everyone. Coleman and Billy Ray raise their glasses to Lewis and Ophelia, who are enjoying champagne aboard a nearby
Ophelia.
yacht. Lewis toasts Billy Ray with a looking good, and Billy Ray responds with a feeling good.
Feeling
and
good.
the final images of everyone being rich and happy and paired with a sexual partner can best be summed up with they all lived happily ever after. Which brings us to the Landis-style end credits that begin with shots from the film or outtakes of Dan Aykroyd, Eddie Murphy, Ralph Bellamy, Don Amici, Denham Elliott, and Jamie Lee Curtis.
What's the first sound you hear in this minute? Dimitri rolling his R. Sir? He says sir. And
That's
he goes,
pretty good.
"Sir." I
Dimitri.
can't roll R's.
Dimitri seems
Yeah.
like a happy,
I know
eager
Dimitri.
fellow. Thank you, Dimitri.
Yes, Dimitri.
Listen, if it wasn't a good order for cracked crab, you probably wouldn't have gotten it. He is like in the sequel to this movie. Would Dimitri be plotting against these rich bastards who order him around and make him get cracked crab and stuff?
No, because he could tell that they're treating him right because he's so happy to be
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah, he seems like a happy and well-paid.
But would that change over time? Would he like, you know,
Could be.
like
Could be.
if we
They'll go, you have it. And then he'll scrape it off.
What do I want with all this lobster and
Asshole.
cracked crab?
Now that would be funny. It's a Trading Places within a Trading Places. It just the movie keeps eating itself. Now Dimitri,
Yeah.
then the part two is Dimitri becomes the plot, you
Yeah.
know, the foil in the next one, and then he makes it big, and then he has a butler
Yeah. And
at
could
the end
Lewis
of the movie.
could Lewis and Billy Ray become so jaded and old and disconnected from reality and humanity with their wealth that they become the dukes and they pull some sort of chicanery
No,
with Dimitri?
I'm sorry
or
I brought
something?
it up. Let's just keep going.
Okay. I'm glad. I'm glad we never got a sequel to this movie. Maybe that's all I'm trying to say. Stories.
That would've
People
been
don't seem to
nice.
understand these days that stories end, movies end. You don't have to know what happened next just because you want, you know, you love that movie.
Stuff ends.
Oh, we should have more of that movie. Like no. Just
Right,
you've
should
got the
less.
movie that you like. Just stop there. You're good.
I think that should be like a social emotional learning class that you have as a kid. That
Oh,
you
yeah.
a class about that things in life end.
Yeah.
And that it's
And-
better that
Yes,
they end.
and you have
Right.
to understand that fact.
Leave them wanting more. That's a real thing.
That is a
But
real.
it's like it's
real-
just a life thing, and then we wouldn't be in the situation we're in now, where everybody needs. I'm uncomfortable now. I'm not comfortable. I need my this. Don't trigger my anxiety. You just
Mhm.
got to say, hey, guess what? Things end.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're chasing it forever, right?
Right. Yeah.
And that's a problem.
It is in many ways.
We need people in society that understand things, certain things like that.
hmm
So you can prepare for things, and you can help others prepare for things, and you can take care of people because you know that things will end, and we need to be there for one another.
Yeah.
That should be a good class that could been compulsory. I'm sure Linda McMahon's going to get right on it. Right when they're
I'm
done
sure
picking
she's in a
people,
meeting right
when
now.
they're done picking people off the streets of Chicago.
Yeah, exactly. My son showed me
Outrageous.
there was some, I don't know, Instagram or TikTok or something of a guy who was a delivery guy on a bike
Yeah, it
And
was
he,
fantastic.
and he skated right past ICE. He's like, "Hey, I'm an undocumented immigrant."
He didn't say that.
Well,
He didn't say
yelled
that.
something though, but
He said, "I'm not I wasn't. Essentially, I wasn't born here."
Oh, okay.
He didn't say I'm not allowed to be
Oh,
here
okay.
or I'm not documented.
Yeah.
All he said was, I wasn't born here.
Mhm.
And then they all just like, whatever, man. And they all break to try to catch him. And he's running with his bike, and then he jumps on it and pedals away, and he's like
Yeah.
out of shape, like rent-a-cops that are from like,
Laden
some-
down with their
some
body
southern
armor and
state
everything.
that just want to play G.I. Joe.
Yeah, that's a
Oh.
No,
stereotype.
something happened
We need
yesterday.
more of
though.
that.
Did you see that?
What?
Probably
Something happened in Chicago yesterday in Logan Square. They said there was a car driving by that had federal agents in it, and they threw a canister of a
Yeah.
nerve agent,
God
out.
damn it. Yeah,
and
there's
it
been more of that.
billowed, and everybody's eyes and throat started burning.
They just chucked it out of the
Okay.
car for like, were
Chucked
they
it out of the
aiming at
car.
anybody?
There's a
Or were they
video.
just
No,
like,
there's a video of it, and they said
good grief.
they were agents. They were like ICE agents or something,
Uh,
and it was the weirdest thing. And it was like that's a chemical attack.
federal agent
Christ's sake.
deploys tear gas in
You see it
Logan
now? Yeah.
Square.
That ain't cool.
And that's a chemical attack.
Yeah. And do they like circle back and be like, okay,
No, I
now,
don't know.
now we'll collect some people based on like, ugh,
Oh.
I hate it. I hate it. And then I saw there was like
Well,
some,
what,
like Apple
what-
and Google blocked people from being able to download certain apps where you can like crowdsource ICE.
Yeah,
you
they're
know,
both in
locations and stuff.
They're all trying to favor curry favor with the administration.
It's
so they can
exhausting.
keep making
It's
money.
goddamn
Yeah.
exhausting.
Well, I'm not trying to excuse the behavior of this ICE or whatever, but what was there a protest going on? Was there something? Was there
No.
some pretext for throwing the?
That's what I
I
want to
was
know. I don't
curious
know.
about that. I'm not saying it's right.
Right.
I'm just saying, did some guy just randomly doing that? Or
Yeah, it's what it seems like, and it was just.
I know that's what it
obviously
seems like, but I'm having this
Right.
issue now with the news.
Oh, sure. Me too.
Where and we've talked about it before. This came up yesterday. I'm not saying it's good for ICE to do this. I'm just saying I want to know the story about what happened.
Yeah.
And this happened with the whole government shutdown thing about giving health benefits to illegal aliens.
Right.
There's this argument going, I'm sure you've heard it, right? Where the right is saying it's being held up because the Democrats want to give benefits to the health coverage to illegal immigrants or whatever it is
Yeah.
called. And
in emergency cases.
well, that's the thing. They say that they want to do it, and then the Democrats will say that's a lie. That is a lie. We are not. We've never even brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, well, what's the story?
Yeah.
Who's lying? What's going
Right.
on? So I try to look it up, and I can't figure it out
Right.
Wow.
because there's no news source that doesn't have an axe to grind.
Right.
There's nowhere
Yeah.
you can look to go, what is this? Just tell me what is happening. And I try to piece it together using a couple different news sources to
Yeah.
figure it out. But then I don't have the numbers. I don't know what they mean by quote unquote lawfully present in the country versus there's a whole hang up on that,
Yeah.
which could include, as far as Democrats are concerned, could include any number of asylum seekers, whether they have a legitimate asylum claim or not. I don't know. I can't figure it out because if I look it up on New York Post or something, it will be very, very right leaning.
Yeah.
And if I look it up on BBC, they'll write it in a way where you can't get the information,
Yeah.
and it's driving me.
I
it
have
drives me
tried.
crazy.
There's like a deep research aspect to Gemini, Google Gemini, where you can pose it like here. I've told it in the past, like use every spectrum of the media, like, go all the way to Fox News, go all the way beyond that, go all the way to the New York Times and beyond, and tell me about this thing. And I'm looking for an unbiased, report on this, whatever the issue is. And that kind of works, I think.
Yeah.
But then you gotta question the AI. Is it actually telling me the right stuff? Do I got to go through all these sources and verify it and everything? But I've resorted to that recently.
Yeah. Well, this one says that it would be justified if the agent thought there was danger, and they had to get
Right.
away or
It
something.
would take a lot to justify
Right.
something.
But
But
if
it
they're
says
cruising
the problem
by.
the problem is we don't know what was happening to him at the moment he did that. So it wasn't
Right.
anything visible. And he said there was a motorcycle in front that wouldn't move.
Oh,
So they said, did he just do that to get him to move? But the problem was it was right in front of an elementary school
Ah!
at the time of,
Oh,
God damn
boy.
it.
departure. So there was
You
a
don't
whole,
wanna
it was
do
a whole
that.
big issue. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's all just. I mean, they're crazy. They're doing all this
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't
But
like
I just don't like that if somebody types in a question,
Right.
do Democrats want to give health coverage? Who's lying?
Mhm.
That the way that person figures it out will be totally determined by whatever their news source is.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like that will then they'll be like, oh, I see, and they'll
Yeah.
read it and just be like, all right, well, I'm
There's
against those guys.
there's no conversation and there's no nuance to it. It's just,
It drives
it's
me-
biased to
And
that
then-
It drives
point.
me bananas.
You also try to do searches for like unbiased news sources. And the news sources that it gives you are often what I would go to them like AP or Reuters or something. But even those tend to be very
Well, there's no
left-leaning,
such thing as,
which is
but there's
fine
no
for
such
me,
thing
but-
as
Yeah.
unbiased, because a reporter who's
Yeah.
on the scene has a bias from
Of course.
just being
Yeah.
there.
But like as
And-
a publication, do
Yeah.
they lean this way or that way?
Sure.
I don't know.
Well,
It's a whole
Reuters and AP, they're supposed to be like where the other news grab the stories from
Yeah,
and add
yeah.
them to there. So it's supposed to be like, hey, we have somebody there. This is what's
Yeah,
happening.
here are a bunch of facts.
And that's usually what it is.
yeah.
But
Well, this is why trust in media is like apparently they did a
Yeah.
thing. It's an all-time low. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
no one really trusts anything at this point.
There was that
it's
whole
like it's like, go ahead.
there was that whole Pete Hegseth. Is that his stupid name?
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's his name, yeah.
Okay, but he like
Hegseth.
they pulled all the generals and majors and off from across the world.
Yeah, that
and-
could have been
and
an email.
That could have been an email.
That could have been a
but
Zoom
see, that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that was the point of all the coverage I heard is this is ridiculous. Why is this happening? Nobody's clapping. Everybody's stern faced. Trump is unhinged. Making a lot of nonsense. And then the sound bites that I would get was like, hey, all you generals are too fat. We can't have fat generals or whatever. But then I heard from my friend who's in the military, who's an intelligent guy, a like-minded guy, and he's like, oh yeah, he made some good points. Like, a lot of it's nonsense, but, he made some good points. I'm like,
Right.
God, that's refreshing to hear. Somebody who
That's
thinks like me,
exactly.
who somehow saw past all the headlines and sound bites I've
But
been
again,
fed.
But again, there are some good points in it.
Right.
But the fact that it's one of those rare times in history that they bring 1,000 or whatever it is generals from places all over the world
Yeah.
to sit there and to listen to a lecture from a TV host
Right. Yeah.
about that.
That's
That
a little
is
bonkers.
ego, and that he wanted to do a TED talk and he wanted to be like, I'm the
Yeah.
captain of the war fighters.
Right.
Like he likes to always say that. And so that
Is
is
such a meeting a
ridiculous.
common thing, though?
Right.
Is that a thing that they do normally?
They never
Did
do
they
it.
do
I don't
this
think so.
before?
No, they said
We assume.
it's unprecedented that they would do
Oh.
it. The only time they would do it is if they were in an. But then Trump came out and said, you're going to start practicing in our cities. In other words, we're going to start invading our cities.
Hmm,
Oh well.
Oh, well.
depressing.
I'd
All right.
rather be on
I
a
do
beach
have a
drinking
comment.
champagne.
I was going to say I do have a comedy question for Dan,
Oh,
or a comedy world, because I'm hearing a lot
comedy.
of I
Oh.
saw like, comedy as they call it.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Ayatollah Khamenei? Well, a good,
Ayatollah.
I
good
shouldn't have
comedy,
sent him down that path. I'm sorry.
Comedy.
a good comedy, as you call it. It's worth its weight
He
in
was
gold.
about to ask a question, and I set him off.
Hear no
on-
evil, see no evil.
Is this going to be about the Riyadh Comedy
That's
Festival?
exactly what it is. I wanted this because there's a lot of comics saying, and there's some good jokes about it. Two people are on stage,
Yeah.
yeah, I've been I turned down the Riyadh Comedy Festival to be here at the Yuck and Chuck in,
Be at the
in
yeah. I
Iowa
did have-
City.
I should have said that yesterday. I did a comedy at a cat
You should've.
cafe where they do this adoption,
Oh,
thing,
really?
and there was hundreds of cat. I mean, they were everywhere, walking around, and the whole time you'd stop and pet them like during your set and
That's
everything.
like
It was
goat yoga.
totally crazy. But yeah, I don't know about that whole thing. I haven't really thought about
Because a
it
lot
that
of them are
much.
doing
I mean,
it, right?
some
Like
of these people,
Louis-
I sort of, I'm leaning a little toward what what David Cross was saying about it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Mark Maron, although I really can't stand Mark Maron, but David Cross was saying like that these guys, these were like these guys should be ashamed of themselves. The thing is that they, nobody's going to turn away money
Sure.
in
It's a
general.
lot
I
of
don't
money, I'm
expect
sure.
anyone to, even if they're rich, I don't expect people to just leave money on the table necessarily. But they do mostly seem like people that are doing fine. And so
Right.
I don't know why the apparently it's anywhere from 250,000 to $500,000 to appear.
Yeah.
That's a crazy payday
And there was
for a
one
comedy festival.
there was one comedian, she's a lesbian and she did it and she took the money, but then she immediately felt bad about it and she said she's giving it all to some charity.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
I don't
hey,
know.
I mean, I suppose
And
you could do that.
And I do see both sides of it. I see the David Cross, Mark Maron part about like, what the hell are you guys doing? How could you support that kind of,
Yeah.
political setup?
Yeah.
But then, Louis C.K. and some other people, Bill Burr, are saying like, well, look, there's like, they're inviting us here and they have very few restrictions on what we're saying. There's like, don't make fun of the government and don't make fun of the religion. And that's about it. So I can get up there and talk about, homosexuality and whatever and stuff and just jokes and things. And we're bringing like an American point of view to this place and they're a little bit open to it. And that's something we should foster. So I can kind of see, I don't know, maybe everybody's insane and full of shit, but
Well,
I
They
could
also
kind of
have, like,
see
makes
it.
sense.
But
they also have like an counter to the PGA. It's called like Live Golf, LIV, like league, and they were doing the same thing with some of the golfers that were going and playing because they would have the big tournaments, and it was like to show like a different side because there was like a charity side to it. Like I can't remember what it was, but it was like, or they wanted to get involved with like charity organizations around the league and stuff, and they're like, well, why would you do that? Because they're trying to, what they call it, like it's like whitewashing, but they have another term for it. It's like it's when like regimes that are oppressive will do things to look like they're not.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. There's probably a
I
lot
don't
of that
think we
going
should be
on.
talking
Yeah.
about this.
We could be, we might be dead.
You're
by
the one who
now.
asked
Because-
about it.
Right, but I'm talking about we covered the riots or the what they're doing in Chicago. We're becoming like one of those subversive or
We're gonna have to
shows
go
now.
underground, guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go
a-
pirate
We're
radio.
gonna have to stop talking about trading places.
We're gonna have to
We
get
gotta
on
do
a
something
boat.
about this high visibility that we have.
We're gonna have to get on it. We're gonna have to get an old rickety boat and
Sorry, everybody. You're
just
gonna have to
off
hear
the
about the
coast.
credits of trading places someplace else.
Well,
We're
look,
gonna go
never
into
mind
hiding.
that shit. Once again, you've got. I am confused now because
Okay.
you do have Dan Aykroyd in a sweater also.
That is true. We were talking
Matter of
about
fact,
Billy
in
Ray's
two
sweater
layers,
last time.
a sweater and a polo shirt underneath.
Yeah.
But he's out on the boat. It's really
He's
windy
out on the
there.
boat, but next to him is a woman in a bikini.
Right.
This is true.
No
So
sweater in
what do
sight.
we do with this information? What do we? What am I supposed to? Is this some sort of a magic boat ride?
Does she have a magic midriff that doesn't get
You know
cold
what?
in a bikini?
This is a question for Tom. This is a question for Tom because
Oh.
this is a very Connecticut.
Uh-oh.
You don't get
sort
a lot
of
Tommy
like-
questions.
Well, it is because it's like a country club boating. Like I just get the feeling like those guys are. You can look at, remember Caddyshack when they're at the
This
at
made
the-
me think
the
of
re-
Caddyshack. Yeah.
at the regatta, whatever it is.
Mhm.
They are never without their blue blazer
Right.
and collared shirt
Yeah.
and ascot or whatever they want to layer onto it. It's always that.
Yeah,
right?
it's a little more
Right.
style over function. Like even if it were too hot for a sweater and or a blazer or something, they would go for
Certain
that just 'cause
events.
it looks a certain way. Yeah.
Because if you're on a boat, if you're like on a boat and you're boating, you have to be in boating attire, which is always at least a sweater
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
in Connecticut speak,
In Connecticut speak, which
or
I
in the
speak.
Connecticut protocol.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think it's it's like it's a style thing. You know. Do you think that Lewis and Ophelia are on a boat and not on the beach? There's something a little bit awkward about them like yelling across this gulf and stuff, from the boat to the beach. Do you think they're like that Lewis specifically is like physically distancing himself because there's still part of him that thinks, well, I'm not some guy from the street. I'm not some
Oh my God, I can't
Coleman
take
like
this anymore.
Butler.
Yeah,
I am
that's kind of
Tom's just bringing this right to
advanced.
the end.
I
Is
am
this the
more.
last question like this for the whole
Because
show?
I
it
guess it
has to
has to
be.
be. Yeah. There's
end the
nothing else.
show?
Yeah.
Because
No,
even
we
the
could-
even
we
the
could
one
do
I was
one next
listening
episode.
to, I was
We could
listening
do
to
one.
I'll
last
bet if we
week's the
find
rest
one,
of
yeah.
last week's episode this morning when I was at the gym, and I did the same thing. Like I can't
Oh,
take
yeah.
this. I keep saying I can't do this anymore.
I got ideas.
no.
People are going to appreciate him someday. Why did
And
they
I can
answer
see
Tom's
him.
question?
He walks around with a little notebook like this, and
I
he
do.
sits there with his "Hey son." Oh, his son's not there anymore.
No.
But he probably sends a FaceTime to him. "Hey son, what do you think if I bring
Note
this
to
up?"
self. Yeah.
Turns the FaceTime on. His son's got a beer bong. He's like, "Dad, I can't right now.
Yeah. What's
You gotta
trading
find
places?
somebody else to talk this shit with." Trying to get my swerve on.
Yep. Whatever that means.
Trying to get my college on. Leave me alone, goddammit.
But yeah, the movie ends. It's a happy ending. Everybody's happy. Everyone's having a nice time.
We're done.
Yeah. Hey everybody, we're gonna get laid. You could easily tack that on to the end of this movie. There's that sense of, hey everybody, we're all gonna get laid. Everybody's paired up
I
with a
think
pretty
every
girl.
movie should end that way.
There kind of should. I mean, that's the epitome of a happy ending, right? Everybody gets laid.
Casablanca. This is
Yeah.
the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Let's go get laid.
Hey, everybody, we're gonna get laid. I think
it should
every
always be
movie
Rodney.
should end that way.
Yeah.
It should be as ubiquitous as the end.
Yeah. Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown. We should all get laid.
And Rodney should come into frame and say it.
Yeah. That'd
And
be
then
beautiful.
a good Kenny Loggins lick. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that worked for me. Then to Star Wars, everybody's rejoicing. Hey, everybody, we're gonna get laid.
Okay, so since we're at the end
Yub,
of
yub.
this,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yub, yub,
We're
we're
gonna
gonna
get a little
laid.
teddy bear.
Yep, yep.
Even the Ewoks are gonna get laid.
But
Constantly.
so I listened to, I went because we were coming to the end of this, and I was nostalgic, and I said I'm gonna go back and listen to episode 1 of Caddyshack,
Oh wow,
Right.
look at you.
and saw how we made
Oh, wow.
the transformation mid-show or towards the end of the show, where we kind of loosened up. It was a little dull, getting a little too specific and technical. But then we
Yeah.
got on the porn in the woods. I wanted you to clarify something, Tom.
Oh,
because
God.
You said, you talked about, going on a field trip to Tilly Pond,
Yeah.
and you used the term, the area was strewn with porn.
Yeah.
And it made me feel like a scene of like a porn truck blew up and it was like hanging from the trees.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know, like, what was different between me finding a few rolled up magazines in
Right.
the forest, and what is strewn in Tilly Pond. Like,
Here's
was
my-
it one or two or in couple? Because that means it would have to be in a couple different locations.
Yeah.
And it was noticeable to everybody.
To
So I was
recap,
just curious.
To recap, for those who don't remember the first episode of Caddyshack, which
Tilly
is great.
Pond. On Tilly Pond.
Tilly Pond was a little park in the middle of town. There's a pond to pool. Pond's good for you.
Pond.
And woods and stuff. And so, yeah, they brought us there in 3rd or 4th grade for a field trip to, like, I don't know, look for
A walkabout.
leaves or something, a little walkabout and seeing some nature. And I clearly remember there was like on the pond, there was like the little, like, the stone, like the stone, like, house with a chimney in it. You'd probably hang out there and have hot cocoa as you're going to go ice skating or something in the winter. So I clearly remember that having a magazine stuffed in it, the fireplace.
Oh, so inside.
Inside the fireplace, yeah, just like
But
laying
no, but
there.
inside that kind of like lodge.
Yeah,
so
but it's
to
not even a
speak.
lodge. It's like an open air thing. You just walk right in.
Oh,
There's no
like a
door or
gazebo.
anything. Yeah, like a sort of
Where they
like
have- they
dense
have
gazebo. Yeah,
Okay, and they have like some tables and stuff in there, but
exactly.
it's open air.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could
So
just
there's
breeze
there's
in there and see a
fireplace.
thing.
So you
So
had
I don't
one
know.
magazine.
Yes, there's one
That's
magazine
one.
there, but then I clearly remember the teachers and whatever chaperones were there, kind of scurrying to, like, I think at least one other thing was found somewhere else, like in the woods, like Mike DiMaria style, just finding like a thing in
It's
the
not
woods.
my style. I didn't
Well,
leave
no,
it
no,
there.
not your style, but
stumbled
your
upon it.
the way you found it. So I do think that there was, like, when I say strewn, I mean there may have been like 3 magazines across the entire thing, but it was enough to, like, scramble the fighters
alert,
and
alert,
the
yeah.
teachers
We
like,
gotta get
like,
the hell
oh
out of
my
there. Tilly
god,
Pond no
any piece
more."
of paper you see, get rid of it,
All right,
because
okay.
it could be anything. It was a glorious time though. It is funny when I think about that stuff, that specific porn that was found. I was like, it was so weird because it was like weird, like 70s porn. I'm like, oh wait, it was like 1979 or something. I guess that's what they had back then. they hadn't advanced past that.
All right.
Yeah, but thank you.
But I
Mike.
wanted to ask you. I said, was it like so like it was
No.
like a different world you walked into? It was like the Tenderloin in San Francisco all of a sudden. With Dan.
Kids are no longer allowed.
Dan
in this
took me there
park.
that one time. I said, I don't like this one bit.
Yeah.
It was like aliens. People were like shaking because they were all meth heads, and it was
God.
it was I've never seen anything like that.
The Tenderloin is craziest place ever, man.
Why is it called the Tenderloin? It sounds disgusting.
It might just be the stretch of like
Shape of it, like a
city
tenderloin.
there or
I think.
something. I don't
Really?
know. That's a good question. I don't really know.
That's
We'll look
funny.
it up.
The
But it
rump
reminds me of
roast.
that, that Bill Burr joke when he talks about, crazies back when we were growing up, they were bums. They were down on their luck.
Mhm.
They were just kind of like, having a drink and a little bit of a wino. And now it's like Shutter Island crazy. Like, and
Yeah.
that was what it was like. Everybody was just like shaking.
Gross.
It's like I don't like this one bit.
Hey, one thing I noticed about the, I do like the style of showing the actors and, you know, at least starting the credits that way. I think that's fun. But I noticed like the three younger actors, Dan Aykroyd, what's his name? Eddie Murphy
Outtakes.
and, whatever, they like break, you know, they laugh. It's like an outtake from them. But
Yeah.
Denham Elliott and Ralph Bellamy and Don Amici, those are just straight like shots of them from the movie.
Right.
I'm guessing because they're super professional and the idea of like breaking and laughing in a take would be beyond them or
it's the
something.
Ted Knight.
or-
It's
Yeah,
the
I
Ted
think
Knight
that's
syndrome.
probably that's how I interpreted it
Yeah,
when I saw
That's
that.
interesting.
And
It's the
made
Ted
that
Knight
seem-
syndrome, like in Caddyshack. He didn't
Yeah,
like.
Ted Knight was
Yeah.
just like, I'm just trying to be serious. Meanwhile, he's the
You-
funniest guy in the whole
you-
movie.
Well, there's something to that. I mean, you know,
There's something to it.
He's a
Be
goddamn
professional. Do your
pro.
fucking job. Quit laughing and goofing around.
Yeah.
When you go too far, you get a Jimmy Fallon.
Oh my God.
Oh, jeez.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all
Breaking.
breaking all the time. It's like
That is really hard to
breaking
watch.
is like icing.
Yeah.
You don't. It's not the point, and it's only there. It might be nice with the cake, but you need the cake.
Yeah.
You can't have all icing.
You need to be able
Well,
to
his
rely on
laughing,
the cake.
his laughing is it's to turn the attention back to him.
I guess so.
That's the way I.
And he's got that kind of like coughing laugh that makes me really uncomfortable.
Yeah,
It's like a nervous,
just-
fake
yeah.
coughing laugh. and
because
I
none
don't
of
like
it is that funny. None of it is the funny to warrant that
Yeah.
barrel laughter.
I think it's just a Pavlo. It's just he's hitting that button because he knows that it works,
Yeah.
and because he gets a response. And when you get that, it's like sweet, and you just can't stop hitting it.
Yeah.
And he just has to go for it.
Good for him.
Bzz, I want some more kibble. Bzz,
Bad for all of us.
Pavlovian.
There's okay, and then what else? There's the parrot in the background. I saw that pic,
He was still there. Yeah.
the shot
We
of the
didn't imagine
parrot,
him.
which we know just to make sure, just to really hammer home that it's not the ghost
of Denham
of
Elliott.
Denham Elliott in a
Right.
parrot.
He is there ordering cracked crab. Other
Of
people
course,
can
you've
see
got the something that I like to call Matt Carson's law, which is that stars of movies have to be fitted with a significant other of the same race.
Right.
So of course,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Matt Carson's
Eddie
Law.
Murphy's got himself a black lady on the thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's always like
Right.
has to be, especially movies made a long time ago.
Yeah. That's
Now
very-
it's like the other end of the spectrum. It's very interesting, and I think it's good on measure. But now it's like if you have like a cereal commercial or something,
Yeah.
It's
it's a lot of times it'll be a mixed race couple.
right. We
like
must put
if-
a stop to that, Dan.
No, it's
It's
good.
eroding
I'm just
our-
saying
our
that it
nation.
used to be so
Oh, yeah.
strict the other way.
Yeah, yeah.
And now it's like very strict the other way.
There
Now,
are still-
it's like you would never just put like a white couple in a thing or a black couple. It's like a mixed race couple every
Yeah.
single. Like if an alien came down and only saw commercials,
Yeah.
the alien would believe that that's how the pairing process works on the planet Earth.
What, do you just get around a bowl of cereal and go
No,
nuts?
that you always go
talking
with
about?
somebody of a different race.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like, 'cause they're like very carefully
Yeah.
curating these families and these things and these because they're trying to appeal to people for marketing purposes.
Although
right?
if the aliens watched commercials from like, throughout the 50s and 60s and 70s to now, they'd be like, "Oh, they would kind of see what happened. Like, oh, it used to
all
be
white
just
people.
white people or
Yeah.
just black people and there's jazz in the background."
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if they still do those.
Right.
That was like
That's
a
what I'm
thing for a
saying. It's like
while.
gone from like a strict rule one way to a strict rule the other way versus
Right.
an incidental thing, which would be ideal, right?
But
It
to
would
like
be just-
Asians or Hispanics, do they ever get their own commercials? Have they ever been
There's-
mixed into
you'll
the
have
whole-
an Asian. You're
Do they
not
eat
going to have an
cereal?
all Asian commercial unless it's a local spot for the Lucky Dragon restaurant.
I guess so.
But what about if it was aliens and all they saw was commercials from the 70s with Mason Reese selling
They'd be like,
get outta
"Oh,
here.
it's a
Underwood.
deformed."
selling hawking, Underwood canned chicken spread. Did you ever see his commercial for canned chicken spread?
I'm
No.
sure he came up in Caddyshack, didn't he? I'm sure we
He
did
did.
a deep dive on
Mason
Mason
did.
Reese.
He
It's
did
so
uh,
weird, man.
He did he did a series of commercials for this like canned chicken spread and this
Ugh.
deviled ham sandwich stuff, and it's
Oh,
him sitting at the
man.
table.
That's all we need.
That's all I
Oh my
Canned
God.
ham and chicken spread.
God bless you, Mason Reese.
Guy was popular for a while.
He was. It
He
was,
was
the
on all the
70s.
talk shows. They loved having him on.
He's an odd little fella.
This planet's too weird.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. This kid scares me.
Exit stage left.
Oh, I'm on season 2. I did the Apple TV free
Ooh.
preview.
Nice.
So I'm on season 2 of Severance.
Excellent. You having fun? That's a good show.
And my favorite line so far is when Turturro says to Christopher Walken,
Don't spoil things for Daniel.
No.
He hasn't seen the show.
I wasn't listening.
Good. Don't.
I haven't watched yet, so I have to get the free trial.
3 months.
It's 3 months.
Yeah,
Really?
so you can rifle through a lot
a
of shit
hell
in
of
3
a-
months. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
What?
I don't know if I can commit to it. Even in 3 months, it's hard for me to watch a whole thing.
You'll get sucked in quickly, and you can knock it out.
It's
You can
not about
season-
sucked in.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
about literal time.
Man.
There is no time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Dan has no time.
Dan's busy.
Sucked in. I'm sure that will happen.
I lay in
Well-
bed with it and just watch it on my phone
Well,
till
that's what I-
the
I
phone
lay in-
drops
I
on my
fall
forehead
asleep.
when I'm asleep. Yeah, and the
Yeah,
phone hits me in the
but,
head.
On your
then you
phone.
have to backtrack a little. So let's say I watch 15 minutes of an episode,
Yeah.
and I backtrack another 5 just to get rolling into the 15.
Because you
where I
felt
left
because you're
off.
you're falling
groggy.
asleep.
You were a little
Yeah,
in between.
you
and
miss a
did
few.
I dream that? And then
Yeah.
you go back, and then it takes you. Now you're looking at a week to do an episode.
Yeah.
Good though.
So
It's
now-
good. It's good.
So now we're talking a 12-week membership,
Yeah,
13
it's good
weeks.
stuff though. It's good stuff.
It is good stuff.
I'm sure it is good
And it's
stuff.
only two seasons. So
Dan, just get on it. God damn it.
I'll
There's
try,
probably
but
like
it's have to
20
pick
episodes
I have to
total
pick
or
a good
something?
starting point where I can really get going. It could be tomorrow, as early
Hey.
as tomorrow.
like a travel day. If you got when you fly to
Oh, yeah.
when you fly to California, download them to your iPad or your phone or your tablet and
Mhm.
get it done on the phone on the plane.
I'm
But he
connecting
is
with-
right though. He is right. Like I had it when I was coming back from overseas, so I watched the whole season on coming back from Australia.
Yeah, flight would be good. And matter of
That's a
fact,
good
I
way
do
to do
have
it.
the flights coming up.
That's right.
That's what I mean.
So
Yeah, there you
maybe
go.
I'll do it then. Yeah, maybe
So don't
that's
start the
way to
clock.
go.
Don't start the 3-month clock until
Don't
Yeah.
start it.
like the day
That's
before.
that's a
and then,
very good idea for my. Now I'm excited for my
See?
flights.
There you go.
yeah, see?
But I'll sleep on the. I will because I got a 6 a.m. flight. I don't. Never mind. I don't know. I'm going to visit an old friend today that I haven't seen in many years.
That's fun.
A big
It's like a
baseball fan. And
euphemism.
he's like, "Are you going to want to watch the Tigers?" And I go, "No, I can take it or leave it." And he goes, "What?"
Yeah.
It was like one
See,
of
I had
those.
that battle. I can't leave it. They're
I
in
need
there.
I need an update from you guys.
yeah,
Last time
so-
I heard it's
So
that
it
they
was
were-
disaster. It was complete disaster. They blew the
Panic in
division. They lost the division on the last day of the season.
Yeah.
But they're still
So then they
in
had to
it?
yeah.
What?
So this is what happened. If you
okay.
shut the fuck up, we'll tell you.
Okay.
They just shut the fuck up.
I was going to
So
keep
it-
asking questions. All right.
Their historic slide from 15 games back in the beginning of September.
Mm-hmm.
It came down to they already blew it because Cleveland had what's called the head-to-head tiebreaker. So because Cleveland has won more games than lost against the Tigers, if they have the same record at the end of the year, Cleveland wins. So
Oh, okay.
that's what happened on the last day of the season. Tigers lost that game anyways. Cleveland won. So Cleveland won the division,
Okay.
which they immediately then
It's
a
fucking
day
stupid, Tom.
later they had to play each other. They lined up again.
Wait,
So
how,
the three. Go ahead.
I need a basic question.
It's
Sure.
If
yeah.
wait. If
Dan
if
can
the
answer this.
Tigers
You're not going to get a basic answer, but go ahead.
Okay, if
Go
the
ahead.
Tigers did not win the division already, why are they still playing baseball games this season?
That is such a complicated.
Yeah, because there's different
They-
layers.
Because
Okay.
we talked about how you can't make things all icing. That ruins things when things are all icing
It
and
is
no
true.
cake.
Yeah.
What baseball has done is added icing.
Oh, geez.
There's 30 baseball teams. It used to be there was 16 teams, 8 in the National League, 8 in the American League. First place plays first place for the World Series.
Okay.
That was
Yeah,
Babe Ruth
that
times.
makes a lot of
You
sense.
finish in first place, you go to the World Series. That's
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
Then they broke it into 2 things, and now they play in a championship series. So it's American League West plays American League East to see who goes to the World Series, and National League West and National League East play to see who goes to the World Series.
Okay.
They have since then expanded even more
Mm.
in the model more similar to what the NHL and NFL and all this whatever basketball is bullshit does, which is that what they say is they just realized that the more teams that make the playoffs, the more people are interested, the more people will spend their money. They basically are just milking this thing over. They're making it more and more and more all
That
the
always
time.
makes it better. That's awesome.
Which, as we know, always is better. More
Yeah.
is always better,
of
as we
course.
discussed earlier
yeah,
in the
that's
thing.
why Trading
Now,
Places 3 is so awesome.
technically, 12 teams make the playoffs out of 30.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Further diluting it. Now, there's 3 divisions in each league. You have a winner from each of the divisions. That's 6, right?
Yeah.
The top 2, the ones with the best records that are the 2 of those, they get a bye for the whole first round.
Okay.
And then the lowest one plays the wild card winners, which are the teams that have the best record that didn't win their division, play each other in order to see it has to become more convoluted.
And that's
All
what the Tigers
I'm
it makes
hearing is that
less and less
somehow the
sense.
Tigers blew it completely, but are still in.
They
they're still
blew it. They
alive.
made one of the wild card spots.
They
which is
had
one of
the
the
best-
worst spots you can
Right.
get because then you have to play your way
Right.
into the playoffs. basically.
so-
Wow. Okay.
So
That
a
makes
month
sense.
and a
Which
half
they did.
ago, they had the best record in the American League, which would have given them the 1 seed, which means they would have
I hate
won the
this
division.
shit.
They would have sat out the. But anyways, they got the last spot.
Okay.
So they got a playoff spot before the season ended. Like 2 days before the season ended, they secured a spot.
Yeah.
They still had a chance to win
with
the
a
division.
loss, by the way.
With a loss, they lost.
They
Then they
lost
go
their
into the
11th of 12 games,
So-
secured a spot in the playoffs, and had a champagne party
They had
in
a
the locker
champagne
room.
shake around because that's what you do. You put on your ski goggles and you spray each
Yeah.
other with a champagne in a
Yeah.
homoerotic sort of thing.
We won?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for us.
So long story
Not
short,
really.
they had to play Cleveland
stupid.
in a 3-game series,
Mm.
and the Tigers beat them in.
Which
So
makes
they're
a lot
now
of sense. Cleveland beat the fucking Tigers
Yeah.
this year. And then they have to turn right around a day later and go, oh, we have to,
Oh
I
my
guess,
God.
beat the Tigers again? I don't know. What's going
which
on?
by law of averages doesn't happen.
It's
It
idiotic.
swings the other way.
It's
So now they
completely
play-
stupid. Everybody likes it except for they're wrong.
So now they go
They're
to
just wrong.
That's a
so
real
now
thing.
they
what
go.
you just said,
So
Dan.
now they
That's
go
true.
to the division series, which starts tonight against Seattle for 7 games. They have a 7-game series. So
Okay.
and then so yeah,
And we are actively rooting against them because they're stupid and they
I am
shouldn't
not.
benefit.
Mike-
from
I am
it.
not.
Okay.
Mike
well,
can't
I'm
Dan,
do
not
that.
because I can't.
Okay.
Because
you're wearing a hat right now.
well, Dan was wearing a hat last time when he was said he's done with them because it's what we do.
I lost
it's what
it last
we
night.
do.
It's what you do.
It's what I do.
I lost
come
my
on
hat
here
last
and this
night.
guy
I don't
starts
know
with
where it
his
is.
shit right away. Fuck him. Whoa.
I got
You know
another
what?
hat. I
Fuck
always
you.
wear the hat. I'm like Tom Selleck. It's not really
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
always wear the hat. If I had a
part of his
Ferrari, I
uniform.
would always drive it.
All
But
right.
If he had a Hawaiian shirt, he'd wear it.
Exactly. But I can't. But and I don't begrudge it. Mike's. I appreciate Mike's approach. Mine is just that it just so happens that my anger and my on the principle of the matter supersedes the.
Sure.
Sure.
I just think this is not a good team. They're just not that good.
Yeah.
There's no reason for me to. I don't understand rooting for a team. For me, if I'm not like, hey, I like these guys, they're good.
Right. Just
And
I
because
just
they're
like them.
yeah.
And it tests you, Tom, because you go, and I'm the same way. I'm like, it deserves to blow up. And then the front office deserves to get fired because they had an opportunity to make changes, right?
Right.
So that has to happen for that to happen.
Yeah,
And now that's
yeah.
not going to happen because they got into the playoffs. Now that we're in, and then you go, this is where it gets angry. I get angry. Of course, I want to, if they, for some odd reason, or they make it to the World Series and win, that'd be the greatest thing. But it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But the immediately now, because they are where they are now, you go to the comments and it's like, see, you just got to have faith, boys. You just
Yeah,
got to have
geez.
faith. Like, no, you don't.
I wish
If you
I
have
was
enough
one of
faith,
those
you
people.
can trip on a banana
Yeah.
peel all the way to the top.
Yeah.
Life would be great if I was one of those people. I would
We're
love
gonna
to be
get 'em.
one of those
We're gonna
people
get 'em
for
tomorrow.
one fucking day
Yeah.
instead of me.
I wonder if it's actually satisfying to be just like blissfully kind of dumb. I don't know.
Hey, they won.
I got
All right.
triggered at
Maybe
the
next
gym
year.
again yesterday.
You got what?
I got triggered at the gym yesterday
Uh-oh.
again.
Oh, God.
So I was on the treadmill and it was, you know those times when you look down and the mile is already passed, you're like, oh my God, things are going fast. Time is,
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I think I can do my 6 miles. I started at 3 miles and that was hard. Now I think I can do it. And then I start fixating on this guy who started out in the 30-minute area. He stands against the wall. Then he starts coming out with his phone up against his ear, talking to somebody. And he's sprinting between the treadmills, like between the aisles and the treadmill. And then he goes back into the room and leans up against the wall for a couple minutes and does it again. And I'm watching myself watch him go, and I'm watching other people's heads swivel. So I'm realizing it's annoying everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, you shouldn't be running between the treadmills where people are walking to get to their machines.
There are machines that allow you to run in place that you could use
And
instead.
I'm getting I'm squeezing my hands because I'm like, and he's doing it for 20 minutes.
God.
It's like the Hulk, like we talked
and then,
about.
yeah.
Like
And then
maybe it's you.
And he passes the one time, and I just said it. And I go, this fucking guy, and he like spins around while he's
What?
running, and it keeps like, and I go, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, this is not normal. You don't do this.
Yeah.
This is not. Get on a fucking treadmill.
So he's
Don't
just
run.
using the empty space between the machines as a
Where people
track
are
or
walking.
something. That
And
is
he's
really
sprinting
weird.
to the other side, and then he does a loop in the next row of treadmills, and then he goes into a 30-minute place
God.
and kind of just sits there, and he's got his thing up. I'm like, be on the phone, don't be on the phone. Talk to the person on the phone, don't be on the. But whatever you do it on the fucking treadmill.
Was he touched or something? Was he a little mental? Was he a little is there something about him?
That's a really good point because
Now, if the answer is yes, I feel bad for phrasing it that way.
No, but
Okay.
and that's why I kind of let it. I tried to
Right,
let
right.
it go because I don't know this guy's story.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I saw people like that I think knew him were kind of like, hey, what's going on, and kind of like
Okay.
being overly. So maybe it was.
Okay.
And so
But still.
I leaned back and I said, but still, I go and then I went to the Goodwill and just started looking at the after pants again, or the before pants in case or the after pants. And I was in the dressing room and I was thinking, reflecting back on it, and I said, I don't think I'm cut out for this world.
Oh man.
Because I think I was overreacting, and I can't stop myself.
Well,
can't do
I
it.
mean, I don't know if that's overreacting to vent like a one
Can't do
sentence of frustration. I think that's
No, but it's my reaction
But
to
you didn't
saying
go
like
nuts.
I can't be on this I can't finish my workout because this is driving me insane.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you?
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's got their own tolerances of things.
well, whatever.
It's all right. Mike, you're doing okay.
Dan can't root for the team. I can't take people doing shit like that.
We can all do trivia. Oh my God, look at that.
We could do that.
We can do trivia. I've got 5.
We can do trivia anytime, or as I call it, Robert Gresham's theory.
Sure. Yeah. He's a genius when it comes to trivia and theories thereof. And in the past I've got the Genius edition from the olden days. We've been doing 5 entertainment questions and then a full card. Maybe we just do 5 entertainment questions this time. I don't know. What do you think? Nobody cares.
We just do 5 minutes of questions. Just ask
I'll just do
questions.
5 questions.
the
I'm going to do
entertainment,
five entertainment questions from 5 different cards. Okay. What city was the setting for TV's Surfside 6? I have no idea. I'm assuming it is a beachfront
Let's
city.
go with Honolulu.
Oh, you say Honolulu. I'll say I don't know,
I said
Malibu.
Oahu. I said
Oahu,
Oahu.
Malibu.
That's not a city.
Oh, Miami. Jesus Christ. All right.
All right.
Surf
What
six.
had one eye, one horn, and flew in the 1958 hit by Sheb Woolley? I'm guessing that is the one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. Yes? Dan's doing his homework.
Yeah,
or
I
something.
think so. Right. That was
Okay.
a common.
That's
Those
right
were kind of like the popular weird novelty songs back in those days.
Sheb Woolley, by the way, as you both know, the originator of the Wilhelm scream, which you hear so often in various Star Wars films, etc.
Okay, keep going, Tom.
Keep going. What word did Dave Garroway sign off the Today Show with each morning?
Wasn't this in like quiz show?
Here we go. Fuck.
Fuck the FCC.
No, you said a word.
Yeah. That's true. It's just fuck.
Wasn't this like wasn't this in quiz show, like on a segment of quiz show? Dan Garroway.
Oh, maybe.
Garroway. Fuck,
The
I don't
word was peace.
know. I don't remember.
He ended the show with the word peace. Who
Garroway.
portrayed the cowardly lion in The Wizard of Oz?
Bert Lahr.
Bert Lahr, right? Yeah.
Bert Lahr.
That is the correct answer.
Average. I told you about my sketch, right? That I wrote about that.
Oh, about the cowardly lion?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
All right. End of Wizard of Oz. We all know she's there. It's black and white again.
Yeah.
Auntie M is there, and her 3 uncles are there, which are, of course, you remember this?
I'm
The 3
remembering this.
uncles.
Just, yeah.
You know, the uncles are all the same characters that played the
Right.
guys. The
They
scarecrow.
wormed their way into her unconscious as different.
And she was like, and you
colorful
were there, and you were
characters.
there, and it's like the guy that played the scarecrow, and it's the guy that played the Tin Man,
Mm-hmm.
and then suddenly you hear like, was I there? And it's the cowardly lion. He's still the same guy. He's not the regular guy anymore. He's like, but he's always been this like weird, and everyone's just, and she's like, yeah, you were there, Uncle Bert, or whatever. You know, like,
Is he actually a lion, or is he just acting
he's
like
a
this
lion.
crazy?
It's exactly the same character, but it's black and white now, right? But he's the same guy. He's like, ah,
He's a lion
was
in
I there?
overalls. Yeah.
Was I afraid? Did I have
Did
no
I ever get any
courage?
courage?
Yeah, right. She's like, yes, you were there. It was annoying. Like, put some pants on. Like,
Stop worrying your tail like that. You're gonna break it off.
I love that.
That's
But
pretty great.
the reason the sketch didn't work with the people I read it to is that people don't know the movie well enough.
Oh,
to
really?
know. They don't know that the uncles are the guys.
Wow.
They're not familiar with that kind of nuanced part of the plot.
The
I got
dream
news for you
sequence
guys.
part
We're
of it.
getting old.
They just think 3 weirdos showed up in her dream. They don't realize it's her uncles.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
it's the same people
Yeah.
that are at the bed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's weird.
But they don't know that.
But why is she then, in their minds, why is she saying, and you were there and you were there?
They don't put together. They don't put that
Yeah.
together. You know what I
That's
mean?
weird.
They just sort of. Auntie M was there.
We're getting old enough that references that we take for granted are going to go right over people's heads.
And like Mike was saying earlier about the Louis C.K. bit, Ray Bolger acts like a normal guy when he's the uncle.
Yeah.
But then when he's the scarecrow, he's like, I threw it over there. You know, does that thing. He took some
Right.
of me and threw it over there. Yeah.
All right. How many seconds usually elapsed before the tape self-destructed on Mission Impossible?
10
10
or
seconds.
5?
I'm
You
gonna.
had to give 10 seconds.
I believe
5
it
is
is.
not much. 5's like a grenade.
Yeah,
I think
need
it's
a little
5
more.
though. Well, it didn't explode. It just kind of like
10
smoked and
Oh,
got ruined.
I see.
But
There's not enough time.
I think it was 5. We'll
Oh,
self-destruct
maybe it
in
is
5
5.
seconds.
Maybe it was.
Yeah. Oh,
5
that
because
sounds right to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is right
Because it
according
wasn't
to this card.
dangerous. It wasn't a
Okay.
dangerous thing.
Right. And assuming we're just doing those 5 cards, that was trivia. Hey, look at that. We did it. Well, everybody, there's nothing left to say, but see you next week for the very last episode of the Trading Places Minute, you sons of bitches. I should note this minute ends really perfectly on, like, you know, Jamie Lee Curtis's thing ends and it goes black, and that's the end of the minute, and our next minute will start with the credits, and there's 3.5 minutes of credits, but we'll do it all in one episode because who cares?
Is that the whole thing? Is that it to end the show, though?
Yes.
To play us out?
to play us out, yeah.
What about Bill Turner?
Oh, but Bill Turner. I mean, there are words on it, Dan. Like you point out, there's the words
There's
Bill
no
Turner.
words on it, though. I see some words.
Yeah, like
I
what?
see Mark Campbell. What
What does that mean?
does that mean?
A long day.
Dork Supporter House. We want to thank Dork Supporter House, our
course we do.
lovely patrons. You guys are awesome.
You
We
are
got
awesome.
those guys. we really appreciate you. We speak your name, Captain
speak
America.
your
I can do
name.
this all day.
ChatGTP, do you know Tom Taylor?
Dork Supporter House and Damanon Garza. I
Hey.
really appreciate you, Damanon Garza, and also Shuckman's Razor.
Yeah, Shuckman's
That's
Razor
not his name,
dictates that.
Well, it's not his name, Nathan Shuckman.
Yeah,
But he, of course, has Shuckman's Razor, which is, I think, is that an item is an item? I don't know. what
I
that
forget.
one,
Yeah, we had a lot of
We had a couple of
philosophical and scientific
Well, it's an item.
aphorisms or whatever you call them.
I have
I'm
an item
stifling
for
a
sale.
belch. Hang on. That didn't go anywhere. Okay. But yeah, I think that's it for this one. And we'll come back next week with the very last episode of this stupid show. And we'll talk about what happens next, if anything. And it's going to be awesome. Don't miss it. Did I build it up enough? I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to give you our insights to where we're going next.
Right.
See you later.
And then we can
Let's
place
end
bets
this.
on whether or not
Please
that
just
ends.
end this.
Okay, we're done.
Done.
Bye, everybody. We love you.
It was a stone groove, my man. You are the most righteous.
Yeah, right. Just get the fuck out, man. Let's go. Shit.